Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So it's been quite a long time since I've done anything with orcs and messing about kit bashing. So yeah, I've done something new and I've come up with this Bad Moon Morkanaut, and yeah, really pleased with it. So it kind of started off, well, looking like this. So it was actually printed in one piece, and well, to say I was surprised that it came out fine is an understatement. You'll see why in a minute, as this is, well, it's kind of kit bashing with a twist. So rather than sort of cutting bits up and gluing bits together, I've kind of kit bashed in a 3D way and then printed the whole thing out in one go. And yet this is it. And obviously my main reason that I'm kind of surprised this has worked, because there's so many components to this, and obviously I've just used the slicing software to put the supports in. So I really didn't think it was going to come out, to be fair, because there are so many components, so many like nooks and crannies to this. Yeah, I really thought a lot of it wouldn't come out, but here we go. This thing has printed in one part, just perfectly. There's no real errors. Well, there's one little error at the very top, but that was my fault, as I got excited when I was watching this print. Well, I say watching it. This is about a 9-hour print, so I was watching it off and on. But yeah, near the very end, I got very excited about it, and I nudged the USB. And unfortunately, it was literally 20 minutes away from being finishing, and one of the guns at the very top there, as you can see, didn't print out fine. But it's learnt me a valuable lesson. Obviously, one, don't nudge the USB, and two, when you do put the USB in, you can transfer things from the USB to the actual printer. I never knew this. You guys may well have known this for years or whatever, but I didn't. So yeah, so from now on, whenever I print something, I take it off the USB, stick it on the hard drive in the printer, transfer it across, just because then, well, there's no issues then of nudging the USB. It's something I've never done before, but I kind of got excited about this thing, and I got a bit too near the printer, and yeah, I nudged it. But now knowing I can just transfer the files onto the hard drive means I'll never ever have that issue again, as yeah, transfer the file onto the hard drive, and then you can select from the hard drive to print your item, which is just awesome. And then yeah, you can just pull out the USB. How cool's that? So as mentioned, I really fancied doing some sort of kit bashing and, well, making my own sort of object up. Yeah, I've been looking at, obviously, love the orcs, but then I looked at the Bad Moon orcs, and well, obviously they have like a moon shaped thing. So this is what I printed out, but as you can see, it's made up of loads of individual components. I'm going to leave links down below, guys. Most of these things are from a variety of model makers over on my mini factory. So quite a lot of these items you'll have to pay for, but as you can see, yeah, I've taken things from all over the place. The only thing I actually made was the kind of banana crescent looking thing in the middle, and that's just a simple shape that I made. But as you can see, yeah, every other single component was put on top. I've never done this before. Really enjoyed it, because you can literally make up exactly what you want. Again, I'm no model maker, and my usage of 3D stuff is very limited. But yeah, being able to shove things on top of each other, and yeah, make it work. So this is why, again, I was so surprised this thing printed out in one hit, because there's so many components to this, so many nooks, crannies, crevices, things overlaying on each other, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I really thought I'd have issues, but as you saw right at the very beginning there, yeah, this printed out in one go. Again, I'm so surprised it worked, because this means I am going to be doing a lot more of this. The fact that I can make my own, well, my own looking contraptions, vehicles, all the rest of it. To say, it was just purely the very end, I nudged the USB, so the two guns at the top didn't come out. So as you can see, I've cut them nice and flush. I'm going to print out the guns separately and stick them on. Also, the other thing I'm going to stick on is a load of orcish panels. Yeah, I could have put some of these on while I was doing what I was doing, but then it would have got really fiddly. Yeah, so I just thought it was easier to print these off as is, and then I can just basically glue them on wherever I want afterwards, which, well, is exactly what I'm sort of doing here. And the good thing about this is I can just sort of make them fit or cut them down, and I can just have more fun, more time, just moving panels about here and there. But yeah, I absolutely love this. So I can't actually put, say, the original or the file I made for this as a downloadable file, because this is made from a whole variety of model makers, and obviously they all charge for their stuff, which rightly they should, because obviously the time spent doing things, and these guys are very good at what they make. Again, but I will leave links down below to everyone that I've used, or everyone whose components I've used in this, well, what I would say is an awesome looking build. And I can't wait to do some more 3D kit bashing, as, yeah, I would have filmed me doing what I was doing, but I kind of did it over the course of 2 nights. And I say it literally was sort of finding bits and pieces, putting them on top of each other, and then, yeah, making this, yeah, again, not too sure what to call it. It's kind of the size of a Morkanaut. Obviously I could have done different weapons on it and different bits and pieces, but I do like the idea of the big arm for clobbering time, and then a circular saw to, well, chop up them hoomies. So just before we get into, well, me painting this this bad boy, just want to say a big shout out and thank you to Phrozen for sponsoring this video, as well as the Sonic Mighty 8K, which is the 3D printer I've been using, and obviously the one that I used to print this bad boy out on. And again, say the fact that this guy came out in one go is just amazing, and shows us how good the printer is and how good the supports are. As yeah, again, I am so shocked and surprised this thing has come out. So links down below to obviously where you can check out all the other sort of printers by Phrozen. I've tried quite a few of them, and yeah, never had been disappointed. And I say they do have good variety that is great for, oh, well, everyone's budget really. And I say different sizes as well, which is great if you want to print off miniature things or mega things. So yeah, with the painting of this, keeping it nice and simple as always. Good old bit of slap chop, can't beat that. So dry brushing everything with white, and again, say this is where you really can see the amount of detail these model makers have put into these miniatures, or the parts of the miniatures. As I say, I'm really not too sure even how many different sort of miniatures there are that have been amalgamated into this lovely looking thing. Guys, if there's anything you want to see me have a go at making, yeah, let me know down below. Say, especially as this works so well just by overlaying a whole variety of objects, items, bits and bobs into one thing. Yeah, I've got a few ideas of what I'd like to have a go at making, but I'd certainly like to hear, well, anything you guys can think of. So obviously going with the yellow colour scheme here, as say this is the Bad Moons, the Orc sort of, well, Orc Bad Moon clan or whatever it's called. Just because I'd seen sort of these yellow banana looking things, and they made me chuckle. And I say for me, well, I'm easily pleased, and obviously I want to make things that I kind of like the look of, whatever it might be. And yeah, so a walking banana with some weapons, a big clobbering arm and a circular saw. Yeah, this just seemed the thing to make. So obviously got the little orc in the middle there. He's controlling, well, I think he's going to be controlling the legs, and you got the little grot at the top, and yeah, he can be controlling the arms and maybe the guns at the front. Not too sure, hadn't really thought about much of a backstory of this. It really was just a case of making something, again, that I like the idea of. There's going to be fun, obviously incorporating orcs, and again, orcs, best kit bashers out there. And this is why, again, I love orcs as both a race, and the people who play orcs, they don't take things seriously. And I certainly don't take things seriously in life, other than having to pay the bills that I need to. Everything else, yeah, it should be fun, it should be relaxed, and, well, something that makes you smile. And I say, I was loving making this. It did make me smile, so that's why all the colours on this are quite vibrant and strong. But obviously, I do eventually at the end, I go over everything with a wash, and the reason for this is, yeah, some of these colours didn't look like they sort of matched together. So doing a wash over everything certainly ties in all the paintwork that I'm currently doing. Plus, I've always liked the dirty, grimy, weathered, beaten, bashed look. And yeah, so doing the wash over everything, even though I have used the dipping inks, yeah, this just helps tie everything in, makes everything look the same. And yeah, again, I just love it. That's what I always say about this hobby. Always do things you love, rather than trying to sort of copy someone else, or even worse still, compare yourself to someone else. Just be happy in whatever sort of paint job you do. And yeah, I'm definitely happy with how this thing's turned out. So I left the orc and the grot to paint at the very end. I'm not too sure why, to be honest. Yeah, I can't remember why I did this, even though I only finished painting it a couple of days ago. It seemed to make sense at the time, so we'll stick with that. And yeah, again, using the good old dip and inks, painted them nice and quick, nice and easy. And yeah, love how they came out too. So, as much as I love this thing, obviously I'm never going to use it in a game. It is the same sort of size as a Morkanaut, which is why, well, that's kind of why I've classed this as a Kitbashed Yellow Moon Orkanaut, or Morkanaut even. So yeah, guys, I am probably going to put this on eBay to sell. So if anyone did want to buy this, yeah, go check out my eBay. There's a link down below to, well, everything I kind of sell. Most of the stuff I make to play with. Some of it I make just because I want to stick it on my desk. And other stuff I make just because it's fun to make whatever it is I may have made. But yeah, so some of these items I keep on my desk. A lot of the items my daughter actually takes and she puts on her desk. Again, she has no real interest in Warhammer, but she just likes the things that I make. But some of the other stuff that I make, yeah, it goes on eBay. So always check out my eBay link down below, just in case there's something I've made you might want to buy. And yeah, again, it helps out this channel, because whatever I sell, I use to get more stuff, or I buy cookies with it. So yeah, go check out my eBay link. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I loved making this chap, and the fact that I can 3D kitbash stuff is a bit of a game changer, because, well, I'm going to be doing a lot more 3D kitbashing. And yeah, I can't wait to see what I make. And again, guys, there, let me know down below if there's anything you want to see me make, whether it's Warhammer orientated, D&D, or something completely different from all of those things. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all those good kind of things. You guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.